Kimu here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a 5 to 10 minute car. It's very simple and it doesn't have much detail. So first thing, of course, you go to Blender, and first thing, you make that sort of length and width of a car. So I'm going to quickly do that. You can make any type of car. I'm going to be making a 4x4 truck. So once you have your shape ready, you want to go into edit mode, and once you go into edit mode, you're going to click on loop cuts, and up here it says number of cuts. I'm going to change it to 2, and the reason I'm changing it to 2 is so we could make the hood of the car. So I'm going to make it about here, and now since we're going to make the hood of the car or roof, I'm going to click on this top face here. I'm going to lift it up, and now I'm going to scale it. You can click S or use the scale button here. I'm going to scale the face, or actually it's clicking A. I'm going to scale it to a good position. I like that, so I'm going to keep it. And because I'm making a truck, I'm just quickly going to add a small face over here. So I'm going to insert a face using I, clicking I, going to scale it down correctly. And let me quickly extrude that. Okay, so that's perfect. Now to make the wheels of the car, what you're going to do, you're going to go into object mode, which I suggest or prefer. I'm going to click on add mesh cylinder. So now we have a cylinder. I'm going to change the X rotation to 90, and now I'm going to, first thing, definitely scale it down a lot. That is very big. So now that I scaled it down, I can move it out of the car. I'm going to keep a bit in because we need to actually keep it inside the car. And I'm going to make it a bit more smaller, and yeah. So once you have your wheel, you actually have to put it about halfway through the car. So now I have my wheel halfway through the car. Now Control C, Control V, the same wheel, so you can add it at the back of your car. And once you do that, our car will look like this. Now I'm going to go to the modifier tab, and I'm going to mirror. So it has to be Y, and the mirror object should be the car, so it can mirror over or reflect over to the other side. So we're going to do that to both wheels, and watch what I'm doing if you don't understand. I'm going to modifiers, I'm clicking on mirror. The mirror object will be the car, and my axis should be the x-axis. So now that I have that, I'm going to use something called Bool Tool, which you can find in the add-ons tab when you go to preferences. I'll show you that later. So we're going to click on Bool Tool, okay? So first thing, you have to click on your wheel, and then you shift, click on the car. So the wheel is darkish orange. That's how you know you're doing it right. So when you click on object, you click on Bool Tool, and you have to click on difference. Don't click on anything else. So click on difference, and now you have that sort of shape, the cylinder cut into your car. So do the same thing with the other wheel. So object, Bool Tool, difference, and there you go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add another cylinder, and once we have that, I'm going to go to the rotation 90, and we have to make it a bit, not a bit, we have to definitely make it a lot smaller so it can actually fit into our wheel space. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to move it down, and now I definitely need to scale it. That is not how long a normal tire would be. So we're going to scale it. I'm going to look at the negative z-axis. and I'm going to move it into the truck. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other wheel. So I'm just going to move it in over there. And actually we can center it. Now, of course, this has to be mirrored. So go to add modifier, click on the mirror modifier, mirror the car, the y-axis. You can also do the x-axis if you want, but I don't suggest it because it looks weird. Now we're going to do the same thing with the other wheel, cube, y, x. So now actually I want to make this a bit different. I'm going to quickly scale it out a bit, and I'm going to move it down. Now one thing I noticed, my wheels are actually a bit too thin. So just finish out your car, add the necessary final touches, and now you have a simple car. I did a truck, but you can technically use the same technique for any car. You just do the hood technique where you raise it up. So yeah, that is my little 5 to 10 minute car. If you want, you can do stuff like you can go into edit mode, and so the edit object mode, click on the car. You can go into edit mode, and what you can do, you can select this face over here, and if you control B and then you move your mouse, this is a tool called bevel, which I really like. Bevel, basically you can basically what you do, you're just making it smoother. So I think it's better if you have a mouse, because if you scroll your the wheel, then it will increase how much beveling there will be. So as you can see, I rolled it a bit, and now it just has a bunch of increased bevel. It just increased a lot. So yeah, there you go. This is a 5-minute blender car. Another thing you can do is go into edit mode, faces. You can quickly just click onto these faces over here, and I to inset face, you can scale it down a bit, and you can click on one of them, because I don't fully want to do it twice, and you can extrude them. And once you do that, if you extrude them, basically you can just make windows. So yeah, that was the 5-minute blender car. I said that 3 times now, I know, I'm sorry. That was the 5-minute blender car. I hope you enjoyed.